Hello, and welcome back to My African History. This is From Pages to Screen, the series where we explore African literature that deserves to be brought to life on the big screen. Today, we embark on a visual and narrative journey into a true masterpiece, Chinua Achebe's Arrow of God, a story that must be told. Now, many of you know Achebe from his groundbreaking work, Things Fall Apart. But Arrow of God is a novel of even greater complexity, nuance, and dramatic richness. It's a story that demands to be seen, to be experienced. I believe that we can bring this epic saga of power, pride, and the clash of worlds to life in a way you've never imagined. To truly understand the film potential, we need to delve into the story. A Clash of Worlds. Arrow of God is set in the early 1920s, in what is now Nigeria, during the era of British colonial rule. The narrative centers on Izulu, the chief priest of Ulu, the deity of the 6 villages of Umwaro. Izulu is not just a priest, he's the spiritual, and in many ways, the political heart of Umwaro. The novel opens with Umwaro embroiled in a border dispute with a neighboring village, Ogpiri. This conflict, though seemingly small, highlights the delicate balance of power and the importance of tradition in their society. The arrival of the British, represented by figures like Captain Winterbottom, disrupts this balance. Enter the British colonial forces. Winterbottom, in an attempt to implement indirect rule, believes he can govern more effectively by appointing local chiefs to serve under British authority. He sees Izulu as a key figure in this plan, as was the most effective approach at the time in colonizing a region. However, Izulu, a man of immense pride and unwavering loyalty to Ulu, refuses this offer, seeing it as a profound betrayal of his god and his people. This sets in motion a chain of events with devastating consequences. Winterbottom, offended by Izulu's perceived arrogance, imprisons him briefly. A land without its leader. While Izulu is away, Umwaro is left without its spiritual leader, and tensions begin to rise. The crisis deepens upon his return, when Izulu delays the crucial New Yam feast. This feast is not just a celebration, it's a religious obligation that dictates the timing of the harvest. Izulu's reasons are complex. He's partly punishing his people, partly asserting his authority, and partly adhering to the strict demands of Ulu. His actions lead to a terrible famine, and the villagers begin to question his leadership and the power of Ulu. It is at this moment that the influence of Christianity, brought by missionaries and converts like John Goodcountry, begins to take root. The ripple effect of change. The climax of the novel is a tragic one. Izulu's son, Obika, dies, and this is interpreted by many as a sign that Ulu has abandoned Izulu and Umwaro. In their despair, many villagers turn to the new religion, finding solace and the promise of relief. The novel ends with Izulu broken, his authority shattered, and Umwaro irrevocably changed. The Arrow of God, as Izulu saw himself, has seemingly missed its mark, and the community is left to grapple with the loss of its traditions and the painful birth of a new era. Why Arrow of God will make a good movie? Complex characters. The characters are some of the most complex and tragic figures in African literature. We have Izulu, a man of immense pride, intelligence, and unwavering devotion. But his pride blinds him, and his stubbornness leads to his downfall. On the other side, we have Winterbottom, who represents the misguided face of colonialism, believing he is helping but lacks understanding. Other characters are Nwaka, Izulu's rival, Obika, Izulu's strong and impulsive son, and Adushe, Izulu's son drawn to the new religion. These characters, and the world they inhabit, are rich with cinematic potential. Themes. Arrow of God explores themes relevant to all of us. The perils of pride, a cautionary tale about pride and its destructive power. Knowing the aftermath of unchecked pride and the untold chaos it leaves in its wake, serves as a cautionary tale to us all. The clash of cultures, a metaphor for any collision of different cultures in our globalized world. The exploration of faith, the search for new meaning, and choosing what path we lay our beliefs and faith in. Power and authority, how power corrupts, causes irreversible change, and the responsibility that comes with it. The fragility of tradition, the importance of preserving heritage, and the dangers of rigidity. Family and loyalty, complex family dynamics amidst societal change. Dramatic conflict, clashes between tradition and colonialism, internal conflicts, and personal tragedies. Visual spectacle, the rich traditions, customs, and landscapes of Umaro would be stunning. Emotional depth, a story that will make you think and feel, be it rage, relief, joy, confusion, and more. You will be put through it all, in a way that connects you to the deeper meaning of the story. Imagine this film directed by a visionary, with a powerful cast and a sweeping score. Arrow of God could be a cinematic masterpiece, a landmark film that entertains, educates, and inspires. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Arrow of God. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to My African History. Until next time, keep exploring and celebrating our heritage.